BaconBit.
It's a team effort.
Thanks, Jake. Thanks for taking part in that.
Good job, everybody. Welcome to Baconsale, everyone. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And Jacob.
And we're here to talk about the Oscars.
Woo-woo. Wait, those were like a couple days ago. Who cares anymore?
Well, how long are you going to take to edit this, Kent?
Yeah, it's true.
No, I was going to say we wanted to get it out as soon as possible. So we're recording a little earlier than normal this week. And
As soon as
get out
possible,
this week.
probably would have been the night of.
Probably, but you two are busy hanging out.
Yeah. Long distance high five. We made it.
Yeah. You guys really hung out then?
We did. Did you not really believe that I was going to his house?
No, you guys were like, oh yeah, we're gonna hang out and have an Oscar party, and I was like, are you really?
Are we hen puppets?
Yes, you are.
Well, that's the thing, because I actually listened to our last year's show, and Jake keeps teasing this thing where he's like, hey, maybe we could have an official Baconsale party, and he keeps bringing it up.
It's true.
I actually felt really bad for you.
You did?
And it was like, well, maybe we should spend some time together, because I think Jake is lonely.
Lonely.
And so I decided to invite myself over to his place.
He's Mr. Lonely.
Well, you kind of set it up, is what you did.
I
You're like,
did.
hey, Jake,
He's got nobody.
I'm dropping my kids off, and then
to call
I'm
his
totally
own,
free. I'm like, really?
his wife.
Well, you could come up here, and you're like, I thought you'd never ask.
It really was like that. So thanks for having me over. They even cooked for me.
Really?
They had curry.
Oh, I love curry.
Yeah, curry was awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty fun. And then I got to hang out at Jake's place.
And I was watching it at my home with my wife, and we
Not
put the
with
kids
us,
to bed.
because he loves his wife more than us, Kent.
Oh, that's rude.
I know.
It's really not.
So messed
It's
up.
kind of rude.
It's super messed
really
up.
not.
I'm offended.
Get your priorities
should be.
straight, Joel.
But we wanted to talk about the Oscars because we did make predictions. We want to follow up on that. We want to hold ourselves accountable for what we said before.
Yep.
So Jacob's going to go through that. But before we get into the actual predictions and see who the winner is and who deserves the naked chicken chalupa, which is a prize, not anything.
By the winner, Joel's referring to their competition.
another big
of
insult
who-
party,
Whoever
by
gets
the
the
way.
most right, the other person has to buy them a naked chicken chalupa.
Yes.
From Taco Bell. Which
And
is,
Jake is not
which
included.
which is the
Nope,
taco
I didn't play.
that is a chicken shell.
I wanted to make it fair for you guys, so one of you
yeah.
could win this time.
Yeah, that was my favorite. That was my favorite joke that I made. Was Ken? It really doesn't matter who wins or loses because Jacob will say he won anyway.
Exactly.
That's what happens when you win.
Yeah. So Oscars.
You have haters.
Overall feelings. I'll go first. I don't know if I'm just if I was in a mood or something like that, but it really felt self-indulgent this year, like more so than normal. Like I was really getting annoyed at a lot of people being like, acting is the most important thing ever in the history of the world, and I am proud to be an actor and save lives.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what?
Make the world a little better.
We're the only ones that can represent the living of a life.
No, actually, I was going to say,
Unless you're dead.
Viola Davis's direct quote is, "We are the only profession that celebrates what it means to live a life."
Shut up, Viola Davis.
Well, that's not the best quote from her. The
How to
best
get away
quote.
with murder? More like murder you.
Oh, whoa! It's not,
is that a
there.
threat?
It was more pretentious. But
it back, kid.
But I
Pull it
remember
back.
when she said that. I mean, honestly, every time I hear a statement that says "only" or "always" or "never,"
Yeah.
that usually means it's incorrect. But she said that, my mind just kind of went, and I started thinking, I'm like, doctors,
You think she's
journalists,
using hyperbole, but she's not. Actually.
Parents?
She's totally straight.
parents is another good one,
Right.
Like,
Do you have the quote about the graveyard or cemetery or whichever it was?
Oh, they have her whole speech online, and it's like, hey, the only people with everyone with all this potential ends up in the same place as the graveyard. We need to exhume dead bodies and.
Really want the
I think it was a talk about family history, and I think she makes some valid points. Yes.
I did actually
Get
kind
to
of.
know your
I made a
ancestors.
baptism for the dead joke during that, but let me see if we can find the speech.
So you were in a mood, basically.
Well, and I
So
don't
you
know if
did
I
not
was.
enjoy it?
I don't know if I was, or if I was just more aware, or if they were just more pretentious. But it really felt pretentious.
It did feel a little pretentious. And, I mean, like, the ratings dropped down again. I can't help but think that there's just some...
Yeah, I want to bring that up.
People are getting a little worn out with it. All the back patting, the self-back patting.
See, I actually had a blast watching the Oscars.
It was pretty fun, too.
I thought they started it in the best way because it was better than, like, Jimmy Fallon coming out and singing a song or whatever. Like, I don't love this guy, but Justin Timberlake getting everyone on their feet.
Yeah.
It was a great way to start like a party. And granted, that's what it is. I mean, it shouldn't be this like, we're here because we're the best. And we know that they all think that. But it was a fun way like to see people just loosen up before this really pretentious award show.
That's what I did enjoy that. I did enjoy the everyman aspect. Like when they drop candy, you see like these celebrities who have buckets of money are like grabbing at junior mints in the air. And I actually found that quite entertaining. But I found the speech, by the way. Thank you to the Academy. You know, there's one place all the people with the greatest potential are gathered, one place, and that's the graveyard. People ask me all the time, what kind of stories do you want to tell, Viola? And I say, exhume those bodies. Exhume those stories. The stories of the people who
You should
dream
have just
big.
stopped with bodies.
Yeah. She did, actually. She paused, and I went, that sounded weird. The stories of people who dream big and never saw those dreams to fruition, people who fell in love and lost. I became an artist, and thank God I did, because we are the only profession that celebrates what it means to live a life.
I think that was like the 7th weirdest moment of the night.
There were so many weird moments.
Yeah. But it was great. I actually thought it was a hilarious show. I thought Jimmy Kimmel did a great job.
What did you
Bring
think
the
of
tour
the
bus
what
in.
did you think of the tour bus bit?
I thought it was good because of the 2 people in the lead.
Yeah,
Like the people that were like...
those poor people who didn't go in first.
Right.
They got skunked.
They totally
But
did.
you know, when the lady, he's like, oh, who's your favorite celebrity? And she's like, that man right there. I was like, it's Denzel.
That made me laugh pretty hard.
But Denzel was in a really bad mood that last
He really
night.
was.
He wasn't having a good
scowling
night. He
every
was scowling a
single
lot.
time.
And especially when Casey Affleck's like, hey, I met him.
a big fan.
The guy that taught me, or maybe want to get into acting, Denzel Washington, met him tonight, and it shows Denzel, and he's just like pulling a Tommy Lee Jones, just like,
Poor Tommy Lee Jones. He doesn't even mean to pull a Tommy Lee Jones.
And
That's
yet
just
he
his
does.
face.
But I do feel like that was good. I thought it went on a little long, the tour bus thing. And there was a lot of things where I was like, this is going on a little long. We got a lot of awards. Apparently, it's one of the longest award shows they've had. And as Jacob mentioned, it was down from last year, which, if you recall, was not good ratings last year either.
Yeah, everyone was freaking out.
This is
last
the
year.
lowest since 2008.
With Jon Stewart.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I saw that too, where it's like, those were low, and these are pretty
I
low.
think they purposely pulled a few tricks just to make everyone watch next year. I'm on the conspiracy train, and we can talk about this now or later. I'm on the full-on conspiracy
Well, we have
train.
to talk about it. We have to talk
Well,
about
wait. Should we go through our list first?
Sure.
it. Okay. Yeah, let's go through the list and see who won. Can't keep track. I already know my number, so.
I know my number.
Yeah.
All right.
What do we got?
All right, let's burn through these quickly because this is a bacon pit.
First category: actor in a supporting role. Kent, who did you pick?
I picked Marshall Ali.
I picked Mahershala Ali as well, and the winner was...
You're both winners.
Yeah, point for us.
All right. Makeup and hairstyling.
I think that should have been the first one you started with. Joel and I both agreed on this one because we were like, what if Suicide Squad, one of the most widely panned movies of the year,
Yes.
wins an Academy Award? And I honestly, I got nervous when they announced this category.
Oh, me too. Like they're playing it. I'm like, oh no, Suicide Squad has a really good chance
But
right
look
now.
what it was up against. It was up against A Man Called Ove in Star Trek Beyond. Of course this was going to win.
And I was worried because Star Trek Beyond had some cool makeup,
According to
but not
Jacob.
as good as Academy Award winning
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
We can say that unironically now.
Put
Because
that on the Blu-ray box art.
All right, let's keep going.
By the way, Marvel didn't win anything, and DC did win something.
Yeah, DC, I didn't know that. Like Marvel, I thought Marvel had gotten some award in the
That is
past.
crazy.
This is the first Academy Award for a comic book movie. Well, yeah, for between Marvel and DC. And
Is it really?
That's what I heard. Is that Marvel has not won an Academy Award previous to
For
this.
any of its 1,800 movies?
I'll just check right now.
You know what
Okay.
it won though? People's hearts, Kent.
Did it?
People's hearts.
People's brain cells. That's what it won.
Also
What?
money. Lots of money.
No, according to everything I looked up online, Marvel's been nominated a lot, has not won.
That's surprising.
I know.
I feel like that needs to change.
If anyone out there can prove me wrong, please let me know, because everything I could find, Marvel's been nominated, has never won an Academy Award, but DC now has.
Oh, interesting. It's weird how comic book movies never win like special effects awards.
Well, no, and that's all the thing. Like, Heath Ledger got a Best Supporting
Sure.
Actor, so that's DC. Mm-hmm. So DC's getting the awards. It's kind of just funny to think about that. Anyway, Jacob, let's move on.
Yes, let's do that. Sorry, hold
Should
on.
we?
Yes, it's good idea to move on. You go
Sorry,
ahead.
I lost the tab. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, I have to cut that too. Where are we at? Costume design.
That was last
All right.
one.
No.
Oh, we're on
Makeup.
costume design. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next one up is costume design.
I put Jackie.
I put Jackie.
You both lost. It was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Shocking.
Which I have to admit, when it won, I kind of went, I probably should have picked that.
Like,
Really?
yeah, it actually made sense.
Well, just
after
because
it
it's
won.
that 20s look. And
It's like flapper dresses, and
I know, but I talked about how the Academy loves period pieces and how it was
Sure.
the 60s. I didn't
But
even
I mean-
think about Fantastic Beasts.
I guess it's both period pieces.
Yeah, but 20s
Should've
wins
picked
over
the older one.
60s.
Yes, it does.
All right, next one up is a documentary feature. What'd you guys put?
OJ Made in America.
OJ Made in America.
And you both win.
Boom! That was one where I was like, "Come on, you're the longest movie to ever win an Academy Award if you get this," and it did.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of made it a winner already just from that.
Long doesn't mean good.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's
look
still,
at Batman v
it
Superman.
It says itself. Well, good point.
You
there.
mean long means great. Thank you, Joel. closely related to the Oscar winner Suicide Squad.
Oh,
Yes. I really hope that Mel Gibson takes on directing Suicide Squad 2 now because
which
the
is
first
the
one
rumor.
won an Oscar.
Which is the rumor.
It would be pretty interesting,
yeah, he'd be perfect. We didn't mention this at our last show, and we don't have to now, but do it, Mel.
but you already have.
If you're listening, do it.
All right, sound editing.
Sound editing. I put Arrival.
I put Hacksaw Ridge.
An Arrival one.
Joel wins. Which is surprising.
Yeah.
All right, sound mixing.
Which
La La Land.
I put Arrival.
And you both lost. It
And
was
we were
Hacksaw
both
Ridge.
wrong. Which I believe that was the one. Wasn't that one? Kevin O'Connell was the guy who did that, and he'd been nominated like 20-something times, has never won until that night.
So he won for Hacksaw Ridge?
He won.
That was
he
his
won
21st
yeah.
time?
Yeah, it was something like 21st
nice.
time, and it's like they called him the most losing Oscar nominee or something like that. He had the record. I don't know.
More than Scorsese?
I don't know.
Probably, right?
Probably because it was 20-something times. Scorsese's made
15.
15.
And I mean, Hacksaw, that means they took away 2 wins, right?
Yeah, they were the first film to win 2 awards in the night.
Very cool. Great
It is.
movie.
It is.
Surprisingly good. I was like, wow, they're actually giving some recognition to this movie. But go Mel.
All right, actress in a supporting role.
Actress in a supporting role. Got to scroll up to that area.
I took home the morbid one who loves cemeteries and exhuming bodies.
Yeah,
Viola Davis.
Did you pick her too, Joel?
I picked her as well, so that's a point for both of us.
That was smart. All right, foreign language film.
Foreign language film.
What'd you guys put?
I gotta find it. I believe I picked The Man Called Ove.
Ove. The man called Ove. And you were wrong. You can't.
Yep. I put Tony Erdman.
Oh yeah, I should have guessed that. Remember because you said that? I'm like, really?
Tony Erdman.
And it went to
The Salesman.
which I should have guessed. That was the political hotspot going into this. Oh yeah,
Oh, it's the Iranian one.
it's the one where the guy said,
Oh, was it the one where the guy declined to come to the Academy Awards?
Yes. Yep.
But even though Iran is very willing to murder anyone, like,
"No, I just thought it was funny."
Way
It was
to
like-
go!
It was like the ban didn't happen, and yet he still made the grandstand and had someone stand in his place to make this political statement. And I'm like, so this country that gave you an award, you're now bashing on.
Iran's
Whatever,
really
dude.
good about letting people in their borders.
Yeah.
Let's get political and Baconsale
I know. No,
during
we've been
our
political.
Oscar show. Oh.
Sorry, I'll take that out.
Animated short film.
Animated short.
What did you pick, Joel? Just tell me.
I picked the bird one. What was that? Piper?
Piper. That was the correct answer.
I did Pear Cider and Cigarettes. I went for the dark one on that one.
And I went for the light one. And won.
Piper won. This sounds like Joel's winning so far.
He's going to win.
This is good for me.
Animated feature film.
Animated feature.
This one makes me so upset. This is the one I
This
put
is
all
embarrassing.
my marbles into. And don't
Your
laugh.
Marvels?
Nope. All my marbles. I wanted this one to win so much. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. Kubo Lost.
You
And
totally
I-
should have won.
And I chose Zootopia.
Bootopia. Boo.
How was Zootopia the most pedestrian sort of
Yeah.
follow-up cartoon movie with talking animals?
No, here's what drove me crazy.
That's wholly unremarkable.
Their thank you speech was basically like, we were there one day thinking, what could really impact people?
What if animals wore pants?
Yeah, what if animals could talk? Anthropomorphic animals. And I'm like,
They literally made it
how has
sound
that
like it was
not
new.
been done a million times?
No. Well, the thing is,
That's what they said.
I like Zootopia, and like I said, I voted for this because my daughter wanted it. And I tell you, after it won, I literally walked upstairs to my daughter's room and I let her know that it won, and she was so happy. And I went, "Yeah, that's
Yeah, that
good."
really affects her life one way or the other.
In fact, it does affect my life directly because it made my daughter happy.
I would have rather been happy about Kubo.
Well, her demographic is about the only one that's interested in that movie. so-
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Take that, kids.
Love you, honey.
All right. Production design.
I picked La La Land.
Well, that was a smart choice.
I picked La La Land as well.
Also, a smart choice,
Good,
unfortunately.
because if it
for
wasn't,
kids.
that'd be very confusing. So we both got that one right?
Yes.
Production
Yeah.
design. That's actually kind of the moment when it started making a turn towards La La Land, and I was like, here we go. Home stretch.
Until
Yeah, and that's
Well,
not how it
we'll get there.
went
We'll
down.
get there.
All right, visual effects.
Visual effects, I said Koopa and the Two Strings.
and I wish that won. I think it deserved the win. I picked right. I picked Jungle Book.
Should have been Doctor Strange. I'm surprised, actually. Should is not the right word.
When it was
You're
Jungle
right.
Book.
You know, like Inception Light. They should have rewarded that movie.
No, but I think
I expected them to.
I think Kent's tweet summed it up. Kent and I were live tweeting a lot
Yes.
of the Oscars.
You did great, by the
And
way. I was like here and there.
Emily was there too. It was quite enjoyable. But Kent's comment about this was just remember, I would like to take this moment to say how bad this kid actor was again.
Jungle Book.
Yeah,
I hate him so much.
And I was like, oh, wow. Okay.
That kid loves Zootopia.
Take that, kids.
Don't listen, honey.
All right, film editing.
Picked Arrival.
And I picked La La Land.
And you both were wrong. Hacksaw Ridge took this one, which was a surprise.
It was a big surprise. And I'm glad for it because it was a well-edited film.
I just wanted more love for Arrival, or even Lion.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy Lion
Lion
got
get
nominated.
anything?
No, it didn't. It was nominated for a ton, but just left out.
Yeah, same with Hell or High Water.
Well, yeah. That was one of those, I think, Cinema Sins, no, not Cinema Sins, Screen Junkies, called it one of the most straightforward, unpretentious films. So obviously it's not going to get an
won't
Oscar.
win anything, yes.
Yep. All right, documentary, short subjects.
I do want to say something about this one because my wife and I watched Extremis and The White Helmets, and then she just watched 4.1 Miles.
Oh, that was on Netflix too, right?
Yeah,
White
so
Helmets?
White Helmets was on Netflix, and I actually tweeted out, when it was being brought up, if you haven't seen White Helmets, turn off the Oscars right now and go watch White Helmets.
Is it good?
It's emotional. Like, it's a powerhouse. Like, it's short, too. It's like, I don't know, like a half hour, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
It's very short, but it is powerful.
Did
and
you
that's why
pick
I
White
chose
Helmets?
I chose White Helmets.
So did I.
And that won. I was so happy because I thought if anything else gets it,
Was this a race thing?
no, it's
Like
about
running? Like cardio? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
No, it's about the guys in Syria who go in and save people after buildings have been bombed. They're the ones who run in and pull people out of the rubble. Like, they're this volunteer group of people.
I was more wondering if you just chose it because of the race thing, but no. All right.
If I did, it's basically every nominee this year.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Live action
What's
short
the documentary about? Syria. Another one?
I put Sing because I love singing elephants.
Wait, which one
and
was this?
porcupines. Live action short film.
Live action short. Okay.
film. Yeah. What was yours, Joel?
I chose Time Code because it looked cute.
And
You
thought
lost?
you thought Jean-Claude Van Damme was going to do the splits again.
You
Roundhouse
chose
kick.
Sing. You chose Sing?
Yeah, I did.
That's right.
You won that one.
Dang it.
All right. Cinematography.
Arrival.
I'll give you a hint. Arrival should have won.
Yes, it should have.
And I said La La Land.
And you were right.
Like I said, choreographing people and cameras, very complicated.
Choreograph your face.
Choreograph your mom's face.
Oh,
Good
take
luck.
it easy.
All right. Original score.
Original score.
La La Land.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I picked that too. Yeah, I did.
It'd be hard not to pick that.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
Although
dun, dun,
everyone should go
dun,
listen
dun,
to the
dun,
Lion
dun, dun.
soundtrack. It's fantastic.
It's mostly just roars. And Katy Perry.
Sounds from the zoo.
And it's ripped off from Sarah Bareilles, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, who did the In Memoriam.
Yeah.
She did, like, I didn't recognize her, and I was like, this lady's voice is beautiful.
Hey, by the way, was someone in the In Memoriam still alive?
Yes. Well, kind of. No, in the In Memoriam, they had the name of the person who passed away, but the picture was a producer who hadn't passed away.
Oh, they got the wrong picture.
They got the wrong
They're
picture.
making a few mistakes, aren't they?
Yeah, they're getting a little weird in
You
their old
get
age.
the wrong picture.
I don't know, but I just honestly thought, wow, if anything else
Hey,
couldn't go wrong.
Jake, I've seen you Google before. It may have been someone with your Googling skills.
Some person never
It's not
heard
that
of.
bad.
They post that picture. All right, original song.
Original song, I said, How Far I'll Go, Moana.
You have to sing both your choice and the real winner, Joel.
Okay. There's a line in the sky,
Hold
and
on,
it's pine.
hold on. Before you go, I'm going to sing a song about this girl who's not even 17. Let's hear it now.
Which, by the way,
That guy.
no,
Because he wrote the song.
That's Lin-Manuel Miranda. That's Hamilton.
They need
Oh.
him. They need him to do a Hamilton riff.
Yes, because they wanted to bring more attention to it. And can I just say that Ali'i Carvalho, fantastic. She's 16 years old, and she performed that like a professional. It was amazing. Even when she got hit in the head with the flag.
Yeah, I had to watch that.
Yeah, that was sad.
City of Stars. Oh, or if John Legend sang it. City of Stars. Are
can
you
I tell
shining
you-
just for me?
John Legend, he's fine, but man,
I hate him.
I did not like that version.
Jake and his wife were like just so perplexed about my hate of John Legend. And they're like, why do you hate him? I'm like, I hate his face. I hate his songs. And he's married to Chrissy Teigen. And they're like, who? And I'm like, that one.
The one that
and
was
then
sleeping?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then your wife agreed, Jake, that she
Yeah.
was terrible.
Yeah, and Kent was like, I want to punch him in his face. Just look at that face. It's so punchable.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but his version just wasn't as good, and I didn't like how they combined the two songs either. But you didn't choose City of Stars.
I chose Audition.
Sing it.
She looked without leaping. No, leapt. I don't even know.
No wonder it didn't
That's
win.
a weird song. But we were both
Here's
wrong
to the ones
because it
who
was.
dream of winning an Oscar for Best Picture.
Yeah.
Foolish as it may seem.
Which when you have Emma Stone's raw talent voice singing it versus
Yeah.
John Legend's smooth legend.
Here's to
airy-
the one who dream.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, we were a little disappointed on that one.
All right, let's go on. Original screenplay.
I thought this one was a lock for Hell or High Water.
It should have been. It totally should have been.
Well, and I put La La Land.
Here's the thing. I was watching the Oscars.
What one, Jacob?
Manchester by the Sea.
Say it with the
so-
Boston accent.
I don't do a Boston accent.
Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah, I'm not going to try now.
Lobster.
Oh, here's the
Also
thing.
known as the
Lobster
Joel-
didn't win.
Angry
If I
Boar
may,
Fest.
please.
Manchester by the Sea.
If I may,
Angry Boar Fest.
watching the Oscars with Jake and his wife, which I'll probably never do again.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, he's at our house next year.
Oh,
So anytime Manchester by the Sea would
joint
even,
Kent custody.
anytime it would even be mentioned, here's Jake and his wife.
not fans of Manchester, Boston.
I'll tell you exactly what I told Ken. It's terrible for most of it, and it has a couple of really redeeming moments. So basically, it's like D- territory, and then it's like, oh, that was an excellent scene, and then it's just like getting poked in the needle or poked in the arm with a needle.
I hate it when I get poked in the
Poked in
needle.
the needle with an arm. It is the most genuine film of the year. I'm not super surprised
By
it
genuine,
won,
he means unremarkable.
but Hell or High Water was so much better
Oh, it really was.
in terms of writing.
The writing was
Hell or
fantastic.
High Water was
Hell or
actually
High Water.
really entertaining and quite emotional. So, I mean, I'm probably going to see Manchester by the Sea, but
You should.
I don't have very high hopes.
Yeah,
Nor
watch it with
should
Jake
you.
and his wife. You'll watch it with this sound in the back.
Because you know how much I love nihilism. All right, what's next?
By the way, thanks for having me over at your house, Jake.
Adapted screenplay.
Moonlight.
I said Arrival, and it went to...
Moonlight. Ken took that one.
I thought this would be the one of the few that Moonlight won.
Well, and I thought Arrival was going to get some love. Although it did get audio like I said it would, so...
Didn't get much. All right, we're getting into the big ones now. Directing. What'd you guys put?
Damien Chazelle for La La Land.
As did I, Damien Chazelle.
And you both win.
And he did that one time.
That guy is so young.
He is
32 years
32.
old.
He's the youngest Academy Award winner.
Is he?
Well, the
director.
youngest director. Excuse me. Yes, Channing Tatum and all that. Not Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
Channing
Who's got
Tatum.
Channing Tatum on the mind? Channing Tatum will never see an Oscar.
Tatum O'Neal.
Channing Tatum O'Neal.
Yeah, youngest Oscar winner. I think it was Tatum O'Neal until what's her bucket till Rogue got it. What's her
Anna
name?
Paquin
Yeah, I think she got it, but yeah.
or Channing Tatum.
Or Channing Tatum. Tatum O'Neal became the youngest Oscar winner in history. There you go. At the tender age of 10.
What about Jacob Tremblay? Oh, he didn't win, did he?
No, I don't think he did.
Okay.
All right, next category is actor in a leading role.
Actor in a leading role.
Casey Affleck. I think that was a lock.
Yeah, I
Everyone
said
had that
Casey
one.
Affleck as
Yeah,
well.
and honestly, despite my previously mentioned feelings for the movie, he deserved this. Like, he did really good.
Which, by the way, like we said, Denzel glaring him down.
Yeah.
And then apparently, Brie, is it Brie Larson?
Brie Larson, yes.
Alison Brie Larson. It's always going to mess me up. Apparently, she wasn't clapping when everyone else was when she gave him the award, and she had to give him his last award too. And apparently, there's some bad blood there. That's the rumors going around.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what. But if you go back and watch it, she is like the presenter, the model that's behind him tells him where to walk. She's like clapping, and Bree's just standing there with her hands to her side. So
Oh, geez.
I don't know.
You know what I kind of love, though? They panned to Batman sitting in the audience, and he had tears in his eyes for his little bro.
Val Kilmer was there.
No, George Clooney.
Oh,
I love how we
Adam
picked the
West.
two worst
Adam West is in
Batman. Not even.
Keep it going.
Yeah, right.
What was there, like 10 of them? All right. Actress in a leading role.
I gave this one to Emma Stone in La La Land.
Emma Stone, La La Land.
And it went to
And it went to Emma Stone. I kind of thought Natalie would take it, but I hadn't seen Jackie, so I didn't know for sure.
well. It's so funny when every time they show the Oscar clips of them acting, I can always just guess what the scene is going to be.
Oh, yeah?
And it's always that kind of, I am having an emotional voice, and I'm angry, and I'm going to emote. You don't know how much emoting I'm going to do.
Except for the Ryan Gosling one, though, right? Did you notice that? When
The jazz one?
When they went through.
just kinda laughed.
Like,
He
it
didn't
panned to
care.
him, and he was, like, rolling his eyes like, oh, wow, that was impressive.
Yeah, it did make me laugh. Although it was funny, I don't know, you guys probably don't follow Divine Comedy, but they did a skit recently, a La La Land parody, and it's this guy talking to this girl, and they're having the same exact conversation. Then she's like, the thing is, I just don't like Mongolian throat singing. And he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And then it shows him at this like bar, and there's a guy in the corner doing the like that thing, and then he's like explaining, "Look, now his throat's taking over, and it's writing the song. Oh, here comes his gut." And like,
How much is Divine Comedy paying you for this?
no, I watched it today, and I enjoyed it, and I was going to share it with you. So.
Sure. Former writer
They don't
of...
get paid.
Okay.
Former president of Divine Comedy, thank you.
Oh, president.
Whoa.
Take it easy, authority.
Title
It's a
dropping.
figurehead. Peyton did most of the work.
So best picture, right?
Now we're to best picture. So
I think we all know what won.
so Moonlight won officially.
Whoa, hold on.
What?
I thought we were going to do the fake out.
And but as anyone who watched it knows, there was quite the ordeal.
Holy cow. Like, okay, so I'm going to explain my emotions real quick.
And I'll explain mine at the same time.
I'm watching the...
Have you guys done research on this, on what actually happened back there? Because
Oh, I did. I spent way too much time researching.
You became a
that.
detective.
Yeah, I
you,
read about
you
it
were
a
like
bunch.
making a murderer style detective work on this one.
I was, because I needed to know, because this felt like, okay, so I'm getting ready with the tweets, and I'm like, come on, La La Land, come on, La La Land. They say, and the winner is, and honestly, Warren Beatty does his little, hey, I'm waiting
Like
to
he
read
is
it.
having a senior moment.
I'm
almost.
waiting to read it.
No, I thought he was being funny. I was like,
Well, he's like,
yeah.
I can't read
Well,
this.
honestly, when they pulled up
Take this
Warren
Faye
Beatty,
Dunaway who can't move her face.
It was pretty sad.
when I got up there and I'm like, here's Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty, I thought to myself, oh, this is what happens when you give grandma and grandpa a microphone at the wedding, and just that's how I felt. And then when he did this kind of little routine, I was like, haha. But going back and watching it, it makes perfect sense now.
Yes.
But then they say La La Land, and I was ecstatic. I tweeted out.
I went,
woo! Yeah, I tweeted something. I sent something to you guys on Facebook Messenger. Yep. I was like, yes, getting all happy. And I was actually typing up a tweet when all of a sudden I heard the rumbling. And
did you see the guys with the red envelopes like running back and forth between?
No. Because
we noticed this. We're like, what is going on there?
Because then I hear, no, there's been a mistake. Moonlight. Yo, no, the guys at first said, we lost, by the way. And my wife says, what does that mean? And I'm like, I don't know. Type, love, La La Land. And all of a sudden he says, no, Moonlight, you won Best Picture. I'm like, yeah, let's pander to the loser, whatever. And he's like, this is not a joke. And all of a sudden my stomach just dropped.
Right.
Because Moonlight won, not La La Land. And I'm not going to lie, I hate Moonlight now because of what it did, even though it didn't do anything. Because like there was this whole thing about, did he read the wrong one? No, he got the wrong envelope. He got the envelope Emma Stone had, but then Emma Stone in an interview said, no, I had my envelope.
No, there's 2 copies of the envelope.
And that's what I found out, is that PricewaterhouseCooper, they was that their name?
Yes.
Sure. They print out 2 sets and they stand on each side and they hand them out. And they actually had an interview a couple days before where they said, our only job, it's these 2 people. And they said, our only job is to give them the right envelope and make sure the contents are correct.
Did you see this story? And I don't know how true this is because it was on Twitter, where he was getting a selfie with Emma Stone, the guy handing the envelope. And it was almost like he got distracted.
No, that's what I'd heard too.
Well, and then the guy that was out there, like people are saying he looks like Matt Damon, which he kind of does. And they thought it was a prank. They thought it was a Jimmy Kimmel prank that they were pulling. And it's not. It wasn't. And Jimmy Kimmel was kind of floored by the whole thing, actually.
Oh, yeah. And he played it off very well.
No, as a comedian, he did exactly what he needed to do, which was, hey, I'm pulling the blame on me. Everyone focus on me. Don't focus on the people who messed up.
By the way, did you notice how Faye Dunaway was nowhere to be seen?
Gone. Oh, here's the thing, though. Here's okay, so Warren Beatty looks at the envelope. He stares at
her
it.
face for nothing.
He opens up the envelope, looks in. He looks at the back and forth, kind of look around.
Right.
And then she's like, come on. And he shows it to her, and then she reads it out loud.
She was eager. She was
like,
nervous.
okay,
But one of two things happened there.
buddy.
One of two things happened there. Either he was showing her, hey, this isn't right, and she just read it out loud.
Fall on this sword, Faye
Or
Dunaway.
he was totally just throwing her under the bus.
Well, it's also the other thing, like, what do you make of this? Like,
And then she just read it.
and she just reads it.
And it could be that too. But then, Warren Beatty, and also props to Warren Beatty, who came up and explained it, because I think that was really good to say, here's what happened.
Oh, there was a lot of crow being eaten on that stage. But he had to do it then instead of like today.
Oh, yeah, because they would have done it the next day or something like that. Also, the producer, Horowitz, what's his first name?
Justin Horowitz.
Justin Horowitz. Wow. That guy had so much poise. I could not do that. Like Damien Chazelle was in the back, just deer in headlights look. Like it's the saddest picture to see him back there. And like Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, they kind
Did
of
you see them
off.
laughing?
Who?
They were laughing. Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. They were just
Yes.
sitting in the back there kind of just smiling.
Because
Ryan Gosling
so
was happy
crazy.
about it.
Because it was so crazy.
Yeah.
And then they had the picture of all the celebrities in the audience who were just shocked by what was happening. But then Justin Horowitz, the guy was just like, no, they won. And he held up the card and showed it like, that's exactly what you need to do. And then he hands it off like it's no big deal. And I'm like, this must have been the most crushing moment for him. and he handled it so well.
He really did.
But I hate Moonlight. I don't want to see it.
No, I'm actually okay with this because I think I really wanted Damien Chazelle to get the glory that he needed. Glory is the wrong word because that's all they're getting.
Recognition.
But the recognition.
Oh, yeah. I saw one person who said, I don't need to be lectured by equality by people who are wearing $3,400 suits and handing gold statues to one another.
Yeah, no joke.
And I kind of went, that's true.
But just like the director got props, and I'm glad that no one's going to be like, La La Land is the most overrated Oscar film since The Artist. Like, now they can't say that. Now they're going to be like, Moonlight won. Remember in that big kerfuffle
Yeah.
when La La Land actually won? And then
That's
Moonlight
what they're going to
won?
remember. Like, honestly, the only reason Moonlight will be remembered as a Best Picture winner is because of what happened.
Now,
I think people are going to get, when they list, years from now, when they list the Best Picture winners, they're going to get Moonlight and Spotlight mixed up. Like, oh, yeah, that's the year.
I was talking to Emily about this. She had some interesting thoughts where she
I don't want to talk to
That
Emily.
means next year, Nightlight or Night. What was it?
Yeah, Nightlight.
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 So
Emily, if you're listening, no.
So we think it's because Birdman, because Birdman is about the movie industry and
Right.
the acting industry, beat Boyhood out, and Boyhood was the deserved winner, I believe.
Right.
And this year they went different. They said, oh no, La La Land celebrates movies in the industry too much. Let's give it to Boyhood.
Right.
And I think they went reverse on this because Boyhood lost before.
Yeah.
I wish it would have gone the other way because I'd rather Boyhood would have won
Same.
over Birdman. I'd rather La La Land would have won over Moonlight because Moonlight, honestly, it's Oscar bait, Kent.
I know
It's
this. I've
Oscar
seen
bait.
it.
I'm just going to go through this
No,
real quick.
it's very well
'cause
made. It's very well made, if I may.
I haven't seen it. You have.
Yeah, and the acting is phenomenal. The writing was great. It's just Oscar bait.
Because here we have, young, this is what Screen Junkie said, and I think it's so true. Young, check. Black, check. Gay, check. Drug addicted, check.
Inner city
kid, check. Based on a true story, check. About the screenwriter's life, check. It's like everything you normally. I mean, if there was a mafia member or maybe someone who was mentally handicapped in the movie, or
or Meryl Streep in it,
or Meryl Streep, like all those ones where they give awards. They seem to give awards to them, and it's a cliche. This had all the cliches.
Yeah.
So it just bugs me, and it bugs me that I'm going to have to watch it because now that we've done that stupid thing and seen every Best Picture winner, I feel obligated to watch every winner.
I've seen every Oscar winner, so I'm winning. There you go.
I challenge you to go back and watch them on not two.
I didn't. Oh my gosh, you'll never drop that.
It's so dramatic.
You won your McDonald's thing. Just take that victory.
I just loved. I love the image of Kent like watching Braveheart, and he's like, "You're taking lives, freedom, so dramatic. So
All right,
yes.
so that's the Oscars.
That's it.
Honestly, I think there's a conspiracy here. I think they want more people to watch next year because they're like, it's live TV. Anything can happen.
No, I think it was just a stupid mistake by stupid people doing stupid things.
So you think it's just stupid?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. How dare you put words in my mouth?
So Joel, how many did you get right?
I got 14 out of 24 right. Ken, how many did you get right?
14.
No, you did not. You seriously
I got
did.
14.
You seriously did.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to beat you.
I thought you were going to beat me by at least 2.
Does this mean we have to buy each other a naked chicken chalupa?
Yeah, I think so. Or just buy our own.
No, that's not as cool.
Been eating a lot of Taco Bell.
Jake, how
lately.
many did you get right?
I'm wishing I had actually played now because that would have been fun. But
Oh, you didn't play. You
very
probably played
confident.
in some other competition
He's
where you
very
think you beat
confident
us.
about his winnings.
yeah,
All right. Well, there you go. Thanks for listening to Baconsale. This has been our BaconBit on the Oscars. Good night, everybody.
Ray Parker back with your South Sunday Sounds.
Soft Sunday Sounds. FM 100.3.
Oh, yeah, 0.3.
Yeah, I gotta throw that in there.
Shut up, 0.3.
I am Jacob.